Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here, and it's time for my 9th video in my NHL 94-2000 Edmonton Oilers Let's Play, where I'm attempting to take the Edmonton Oilers all the way to Stanley Cup glory. And we won the first game of the quarterfinal, 8-1. Vancouver's stats not as good as Calgary Flames, and that made sense when we played them because they were really poor. Defensively, they were awful, the goaltender was poor, and they had so much time and space. Now, we're expected to do the same, but will that make it harder? Most probably. I'm expecting a harder time. These guys have got to improve, surely. They can't be any worse. Pardon me. But yeah, in ice hockey, sorry, you never know what's going to happen. They could win this 8-1 now. Especially don't know on this game, but look at that, Boston beating Montreal 3-0. That game is getting tied up. But yeah, after this game, we'll be going to Vancouver, where I'll be interested to see their coloured jersey, because I remember it being like yellow, and it was disgusting. It was like yellow and black, but it was interesting because it was so different. But these days, it seems like they've changed the colours up completely. Holy shit, he just got knocked the fuck out. Conor McDavid, lad. You will get knocked the fuck out. Fucking is what it is, lads. Into the fucking UFC. And the fucking ice hockey. I make no apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for that shambolic accent. Anyway, it's interesting though, like streaming on twitch.tv, because a lot of people think that I'm Scottish or Irish. I've had a lot of Americans come in saying I'm Scottish or Irish, because quite simply they've never heard an accent like mine. So it's like my mum says, a lot of people think that most of the people in this country live like the Queen and everything, and are in for a rude awakening, I'll tell you that. This Vancouver defence are in for a rude awakening. That goaltender is an absolute disgrace. That was McDavid playing from the right hand side, because obviously he was in the sin bin, came back onto the right hand side, and that was just sensational from him. Just being what we'd call in football in the UK a fox in the box. No real box here, but what that saying means is that he's a real clinical goal scorer, and he's improving. He is improving during this series now. That's his 11th goal, and it was great goal scoring tendencies there, because it was a shot from another player, can't remember who, but the goaltender he went flying across the ice, that motherfucker did. It was great, like anticipation of the puck, and the goaltender let it slip out, and when he did, McDavid was there, but a good goaltender in this game doesn't allow that to happen. But look at that, he just went flying across the ice, and that was funny. Vancouver dumping the puck. Got to keep my concentration levels here, because we are playing well, but you could still get stung. One of our players just lying in the net there. That was interesting. Nearly offside though, not quite. Slashing by JT Miller. Sounds like a rapper, that guy. Yo motherfuckers, it's JT Miller. He's in the herd with a bottle full of bird. Oh, went over the net. That was nearly 2. Vancouver struggling to keep hold of the puck, and one of my players just came in and steamrolled him. He had no patience. He had no time for that bullshit. Brilliant from McDavid. He's now playing on the left and the right, as well as central. And we're by far the better team in this game. 4 minutes remaining on the first period. Still all to play for though, of course. I don't understand people who play this game, and obviously I've played this game since I was 6 years old in 1996, but like, I don't understand people who play this game and when play stops, how you can't body check the opposition. I've just got to body check every player like an absolute maniac. Ooh, that was close, to be fair. That was a close offside. He was running backwards, and I thought the timing would have just been right to run through. But obviously not. That was a good pass. First time in the game I dumped the puck. I didn't want to just face forward and see a Vancouver player right in my face. I thought I'd just dump it instead. That is a sensational goal. It's a hot spot, to be fair, but it's James Neal, ladies and gentlemen. And he's on another level. Ooh, that would have been a great goal. Very interested to hear what organ sounds Vancouver will play when they're at home. Hopefully we'll hear a few that we've not heard so far this series. That's free. That is brilliant from Nugent Hopkins. I've been complaining about him. I've wanted goals, but you know what? That was great anticipation, and I'm bloody delighted for the lad. It's 3-0. Or 3-0. Really enjoyed that goal, because there was a gap, and I saw it clear as day, but I needed to get the puck to Nugent Hopkins quick enough and get in the shot. And we exploited him. And this is so similar to the other game. It really is. Wouldn't exactly say a carbon copy, but close. Can we even get a fourth just before the end of the first period? Oh, great play. It is 3-0. Yet again, Vancouver having a few shots, but they don't look that dangerous, and we just look so comfortable in their final third when we're attacking them. But at the end of the first period, in the dressing room, I've told the lads, let's keep our professionalism. Let's keep playing. Know how hard we had to work to get here. We nearly didn't make it past Calgary. I have a feeling we're going to play St. Louis and not Dallas in the next round of games. Good save there, good double save from the goaltender. Oh, Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels. Yeah, another reference to that song. I'm trying to make one reference to that song every video. When they do go head over heels. They don't always go head over heels though. Not that often. I wanted to be with you alone. And talk about the weather. Another player actually went to head over heels then. Just before that pathetic penalty shot. I honestly think I'm going to have a heart attack if they ever score one, the CPU, because I can't remember the last time they did, because I just saw shit at them. Oh, God. Oh, that would have been a good goal. Oh, look at that. Smashed in, but doesn't count. It's an interference. Is that Cassian? Cassian? That definitely was an interference, to be fair. Maybe a short hand. But with Adam Larson, never mind shorthand, it's like playing with two players, ladies and gentlemen. They were kind of rushing my goaltender there, I didn't want to pass the puck out. Some quick passing. Stayed on side, number 4 did well to keep the puck before he's obliterated. Oh, speaking of obliteration, Nugent Hopkins is on the move. What the hell was that from number 10? I think he accidentally pressed the A button there. Oh, brilliant pass from the goaltender. Could he get an assist? Ooh, not quite. No goaltender holding onto the puck now whenever he can. It's an interesting move on the 3-0 down. Brilliant pressure from McDavid there. Has he scored in this game? I can't remember. They very nearly got that past the goaltender. Our goaltender is our most creative player at the moment. He's just passing that puck out into some really dangerous positions for our attacking players. Dump the puck. A few more dangerous attacks from Vancouver. We've avoided the icing. Great interception there from Neil. He's got wobbly legs. But they just can't score. Oh, great breakaway, number 10. Good save. They've had some shots in this second period, Vancouver, and obviously we've failed to score in this second period, but one goal back for them would make them very happy, me very angry. Oh. They're good for the neutrals out there. Sometimes a shot from distance on this game with less pace on, if the puck is at like head height, it'll knock the goaltender backwards and he can find himself out of position. I remember he used to do that on EA Hockey, which was the international version. It was like the first of the Electronic Arts hockey games, released in '91. Oh, that is sensational! You know I can't pronounce his name. You know I can't even pronounce Chiason's name right. I think that's how you pronounce it. I found out actually, Alex Chiason, no relation to Steve Chiason, who used to play for Chicago Blackhawks in the early 90s. Oh, that's a good goal. Wasn't that very similar to my goal that I just scored? From the back of the net. And then passed centrally, backwards. And then fired in on a first timer. Very similar to my goal. And now we've got Zach Cassian yet again serving 1 minute in the penalty box. But thank goodness we did get that fourth goal. So far, as we head towards the end of the second period, although I do think we've been very dominant in this game, I don't think it's been quite as dominant a performance as the first game. Of course, I'm not complaining, I'm still very happy with the lads, but... Jesus, got the wrong man there. Oh, goaltender's out! Oh, he couldn't get back in! Brilliant from Archibald! We've not seen much of him, but that was brilliant. Sometimes, as a player on this game, in that kind of situation, you don't expect to see the goaltender out, so if you've not got your eyes on the prize, you might miss out. But I did though. I saw the middle of the net and I just couldn't see the goaltender. This game's so quick. Ooh, that should and could have been a 6. And as the hooter goes, Tanner Pearson is serving 1 minute in the penalty box. Didn't see what that was for. That was weird. But yeah, saw the goaltender was out. Had no idea where he was, and I was like, right, I'm going to shoot here. Been some interesting goals in this game as we head into the third and final period. But I think that 5th goal is the clincher now, just before the end of the second period. It's a devastator for the Canucks. Be interesting to see in Vancouver what the dynamic is like, whether we're going to be able to continue this complete domination. You'd expect it to be harder. I love it when the puck spins in the air like that in this game. Just a nice effect, you know, looks good. Two sideways passes, good save. Good counter-attack move there. Oh god, a few flashes of the screen there. And again, I don't know why that happens on this emulator. It's only on this game, I'll have you know. I don't know if I spoke about this earlier in this series. I most probably did when I was doing my Montreal Canadiens series in 2014. But, you know, back in the day when I played all my NHL games on the Mega Drive, right, all the games were in black and white. I don't think I did mention this during this run, but I'd absolutely love to know why that was the case and if anybody else had that issue. Because I was only 6 years old, and it was obviously 2D graphics, which is all I knew at the time as a 6-year-old in 1996 when I had my Mega Drive bought for me by my parents. Right, but all the other games, like I had PGA Golf, Mortal Kombat, yes, as a 6-year-old. Other games, Sonic, of course. Fell in love with the Sonic games. But with those games, it's more obvious that you know it's offside. But with this game, it's less obvious because of the ice. It's just like, oh, ice is white, yeah? It's black and white. This is how the game's meant to be. But the game used to flicker into colour. And sometimes, very, very rarely, it would play in colour. Talking too much shit here. But it's always fascinated me as to why that was the case. Now, it was a Mega Drive 1, a Genesis one, for our North American friends there, but, like, why did it play in black and white? And this is EA Hockey, it's NHL 93, 94, and 95, all those games, because they were ice hockey games, I don't know, because they were EA. Was it something because the games were made in the US and not Japan? But they weren't in colour. I have no idea why, and I've always tried to find out online and never seen anybody else talk about it. Obviously, such an old series now and quite a vague issue, but holy shit, I would love to know why that was the case. Because it's a massive coincidence if it's all the cartridges on the same kind of games when he had so many. Spooky as fuck, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's concentrate back on the game. Some great tussles there in the middle of the ice. What we call in football a midfield battle. Holy shit, a bit of a slowdown there on the emulator, but it didn't stop McDavid from nearly scoring. That is a brilliant body check. Oh, and they've got another goal back. Miller. I'm being punished for talking shit. 1 minute 34 on the clock. Vancouver just showcasing here that they are capable of putting together some good hockey. And you know what? I've not dismissed it. They had some shots in the first game. They've had shots in this second game. They've looked more dangerous in this second game. And I wouldn't be surprised if the stats are pretty damn close in this game. But the defence is awful. And it's going to be their undoing in this series for me. Hopefully I can wrap this up and win 4-0. Win 2 games in a row in Vancouver. That was a brilliant play. Ooh, Granulund, or Granlund, whatever he's called, is out there. Barely seen him. Oh, the goaltender's out, but it's not going to matter, I don't think. We'll win this face-off. I'll try and shoot immediately. It's down our end of the ice, though. Doesn't matter. 5-3 victory. Bit of a sloppy third period. But we still dominated the game. Vancouver, they don't look great going forward, but the defence is awful. I'm not even going to take notice of the stars of the game, because they're bullshit. But yeah, we weren't as completely dominant in this game as the game prior, where we won 8-1, of course. Having said that, look at our shot count. I know nothing. That is our biggest shot count of the entire series, and they only had 16. Sometimes I think I can get carried away. But, are my eyes deceiving me? Are my eyes deceiving me? No wonder we had so much domination. We had more power play than the CPU. That is a first in this series. Both teams had 1 time of goals. We won the face-offs, we won the body checks, of course. That's the first time I think we had more than 12 minutes of attack zone time. Our passing was pretty good. CPU's passing is usually better than mine, but it doesn't matter because they don't do as much with the puck. But yeah, that was a great game. Let's just get a reminder of who scored for ourselves there. Disappointing third period. I'll let the lads know about complacency. That Archibald goal was interesting. That Draisaitl goal was brilliant, as far as I remember as well. Nugent Hopkins finally got a goal. Actually, he got a goal in the last game, so hopefully he can go on a bit of a run now. But David, thought he might get quite a few. but at least he scored a goal. And ladies and gentlemen, we are 2-0 up in the series. There's the goals, not much change with the assists. But Dallas Stars have equalled it up. New York Rangers, 2 up. They're looking like favourites now. Boston and Montreal, 1 each. But won't you join me, ladies and gentlemen, for video number 10 of my Edmonton Oilers NHL 94 2000 Let's Play, where we're attempting to take the Edmonton Oilers all the way to Stanley Cup glory for the first time, I believe, since 1989, the year that I came into this world. Or it might have been 1990 that they won it. I do know the year I was born. Anyway, yeah, the next game's in Vancouver, next 2, and it's going to be interesting. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.